Well, I first met two acid survivors in 1997, and I was working on violence against women issues for the last 7 years, and I have encountered many forms of violence like rape, physical torture, but meeting acid survivors was very shocking to me. I was horrified, and I couldn't understand how a human being can do that to other human being. The girl I met, half of her face melted. The eye was not in the place of eye, the nose was not in the place of nose. But she was very strong in her personality, and we talked about beauty. And that actually struck me. And she said that beauty is not just something that we see from outside. Beauty is the whole personality. And the strength, the inner strength makes a person beautiful. And that actually inspired me to learn more about acid victims. In Dhaka Medical College Hospital, the only place where they were receiving treatment, I have met many acid victims who didn't receive adequate medical treatment, legal assistance or rehabilitation services. There was no organization to support them. The government was not also providing any support to them. So that inspired me to develop this foundation. So me and Dr. Morrison, who is from UK, both together we developed this foundation in 1999. There was nothing, we didn't have any fund, no office, no human resources. We just had the commitment, we just had the passion that we have to do something. And we worked together along with the other survivors who survived acid attack, never gave up their hope to have a meaningful life. And together we built this organization as a role model for the whole world to combat acid violence. Now we have many other organizations in Pakistan, Cambodia, Uganda, who are also addressing acid violence in their country. So this is not just a problem of Bangladesh. And we provide holistic services, medical treatment, legal assistance, and rehabilitation services. And we have been able to prove that if we are able to provide these holistic services to a victim of acid attack, they can overcome their trauma, the physical trauma, the psychological trauma, and they can be a great advocate. They themselves become a change agent. And I think we have been able to reduce the number of acid attacks because of their involvement in the whole process. We have been able to change the mindset of the government. At the beginning, they were reluctant to accept that this is a problem, this is a crime against humanity. And now the government has passed 2 specific laws to combat acid violence. They have also initiated National Acid Control Council. They also formed the monitoring cell. They have allocated national revenue to support their rehabilitation. And Acid Survivors Foundation is not alone now. We have many supporters. The celebrity, they have joined us. The students, they have joined the movement. Academicians, professionals, general people, anyone now feel proud to be part of the Acid Survivors Foundation.
What is the situation now as of from this?
Actually, when we started, the number was increasing at the rate of 40% each year up until 2002. So 500 attacks took place in the year 2002, and we started our prevention campaign in that year, especially by mobilizing men and boys on International Women's Day, where over 5,000 men gathered together, marching on the street and demanding justice for acid victims. And then we started our multimedia prevention campaign through television, radio, newspaper, and through NGOs. And fortunately, we have been able to reduce the number of acid attacks down to below 100 last year in 2011. So that is our inspiration to continue our effort. And we believe that there will be a day there will be no face with acid attack.
So your wish is to get to zero.
Yes, obviously. And we believe that it is possible because we have been able to reduce this number. Usually violence against women issue is the most accepted form of violation of human rights. And women activism in Bangladesh is very strong. But there is no evidence in the world that we can make it zero. It's a history that violence against women is taking place in all societies, in all class. But if we are able to make it evidential to combat acid violence, that actually will be an inspiration for combating any form of violence against women, because the root causes are the same. So if acid violence becomes zero, this is the severe, the most severe form of violence. So then we can combat any form of gender-based violence.
It's to change something in the mind.
Obviously, that is the most important part. That at the beginning we have seen that how even family members were abandoning them. They were not interested to, after the treatment, to take back them to their own family. And we know why they did that, because this, especially the facial disfigurement, cause societal negative reaction to not only to the victim but also to the whole family. If there is an acid victim in a family, even the other girls, other sisters who didn't receive acid will not get a good marriage, will not be able to go to school. So that is the situation. So and the community, they couldn't get even any job, because the employer thought they have lost their face, they have lost their merit as well. In school they were discriminated. But as we have started working with the employer, with the school, with the family, with the community, at large with the society, we have seen a great deal of change in the social attitude towards deformation, especially facial deformity. And the girls themselves is not covering them. I remember so many examples of acid victims who were covering themselves, and at one day they uncovered them and they said, this is not my fault, why should I cover myself? And when they go out mixing with the people, with the public, they educate the public and they change the attitude of the society.